I fly to Ibiza in 3 weeks' time. Currently, I've got the body composition of a fucking slug, mate. I went to Lisbon and ate far too many pastries. And now I feel like my whole body's made out of gnocchi. So I'm gonna do a 3-week cut / turbo cut / let's just get lean for Ibiza, man. Because I'm going with Rob and Mariah, and I feel like they're gonna turn up in decent nick. I feel like Rob's been shredded for the last 6 months, so he needs to let me in on what his stack is. But it's just good etiquette in it to turn up in decent nick, man. It's just polite to everyone involved. Everyone's got to look at you. You want to be pretty lean and hard and dense and grainy. All those adjectives, man. You want to be all those for Ibiza. I want to be all those. So I'm gonna vlog the next 3 weeks. Like some pretty raw, like unedited shit. Just on my point and shoot, so I can crank videos out. Everyone's gonna come along on this 3-week journey with me towards fucking Elysium, aka Ibiza, aka paradise on earth, aka a dangerous fucking place, man. Anyway, I'm gonna do a series of pretty much day vlogs, I think, because I just want to do like actual like vlogging, you know, like what vlogging used to be, when vlogging was just it's just a video log, man. And on the surface, essentially it's boring as fuck. Hopefully I have enough charisma, joie de vivre, passion for life, just the fucking zest to make it entertaining. If it's not entertaining, at least it'll be a little bit informative. Okay, let's weigh me. Let's do a weight, let's do a body weight. Bear in mind this is going to be inaccurate because I've eaten watermelon today and also a jazz apple. Jazz apples are great. If you're not into jazz apples, get them. I like a poor man's pink lady. So the body weight's going to be off, but we'll do it anyway just for the sake of doing it, and then we'll do a physical update and then we'll get on with the fucking day. Alright, we got 175.2 pounds and it says 14% body fat, so alright, we're gonna check the situation in terms of physique. So I'm just gonna do a unflexed and flexed. I'm scared, man. That's what we're working with. It is bright, man. That's what we're working with anyway. So I think 3 weeks is a good amount of time, man. I think that if I stick to it, when I stick to it, I can make a decent difference in 3 weeks in terms of body fat, because I'm fairly like lean-ish anyway. So even, you know, 3-4 pounds from that'll leave me looking decent, man. Pretty decent, at least decent enough anyway. So let's do it. Let's do meal one. Alright peeps, keeping it simple. We got 300 grams of skyr and we got 80 grams of protein crunch. Not the most gourmet shit ever, but simple, easy and filling, so Hi everyone, since we last spoke, I did about 45 minutes worth of work, and then I came out to meet Supps. You might remember Supps from such videos as, what videos have you been in Supps?
The one where you told everyone I'm a brass.
One where I told everyone she was a brass when we walked around Chester. Anyway.
You went salad.
Long story short, old friend. And we're catching some rays because it's an absolutely beautiful day in Manchester. Check the day out. Serious. Anyway, Supps just did a shop run. Told us to get me a white monster. Comes back with a yellow monster. Never tried it, so I'm going to try it. Let's do the taste test. Yeah, it's quite, oh, it's nice. It's like lemon Fanta, but with caffeine. That's win-win. Alright people, I'm going to try and keep some kind of tan up, and then I'll pick up later with actual fitness bits. I don't know, I might travel again or something. I feel like living fucking, just doing wild, hang on one sec. I'm doing 3,000 calories a day, apart from on days when I do cardio. No, that's wrong as well. I'm doing 2,800 calories a day, all the way up to Ibiza, apart from days when I do cardio, when I'll do 3,000 calories a day. I was just pretending to do that transition that people do. I'm not actually doing it. Alright people, I'm going to share with you Joey D's #1 cutting tip. It's actually, I haven't ordered these tips or anything, it's just a cutting tip. It might not be #1. Anyway, Aldi, right? Intergalactic ice lollies. Fucking naughty treats these, right? You can either go with Yoda if you, I don't know anything about Star Wars, I think it's wank and it's for virgins, but whatever. Point is, they're 34 calories each and they taste great. If you bear with me, I'll open a pack, I'll show you. I'll do a taste test right in front of you, man. Check that fucking cunt out. Yes, it looks like a Star Trooper that's had a stroke, but it tastes naughty. Watch, this is proof that it tastes naughty. That's naughty. Okay. Show me the order. Yes, the order. Yo people, I'm going to talk about macros briefly. So, for this cut I'm on 175 grams of protein, 62 grams of fat, and then the remainder of my calories will be made up from carbs. So that's going up to 2,800 if I don't do cardio, like I said, or 3,000 calories if I do cardio. So that's around like high 300s, early 400s for carbs. Now, whenever I mention what calories I cut on, I get a lot of messages and comments and shit, people saying how do you cut on such high calories, shit like that, people saying I bulk on those calories and stuff like that. So it's important to kind of realise that there will be a lot of variance from person to person on the number of calories that they require, so their TDEE/maintenance calories, and therefore what they can cut or bulk on. So things that are going to affect that are stuff like your age, gender, height, weight, body composition, general activity level. You know, there's a lot of shit that's going to affect the number of calories that you will require, and I just so happen to have quite a high number because of the activity that I do. I have a relatively large amount of muscle mass, at least compared to the average male who doesn't really lift or anything. You know, that's where your government guidelines are coming from, aren't they? 2,500 calories a day and that non-lifter guidelines on. Anyway, point is I can cut on quite high calories now. That's actually still, you know, a moderate deficit for me, and I'm quite happy that I should shift weight fairly fast on that. I could probably go a little bit more drastic, but I really just don't want to, because I don't want to create that kind of mentality by the end of it where it's as if I've just done a full comp prep and I'm just ready to shag it. You know, you have to really manage yourself and manage your own tendencies to fuck it or to fall off your, you know, to not be adherent to your diet or whatever. And, you know, in a lot of cases in terms of fitness, willpower isn't enough. You have to have an overarching plan and think, how am I going to feel at this point? You know, also I don't want to go into Ibiza feeling like I'm just this lethargic motherfucker at the, you know, at the arse end of a cut and I've got no energy to do nothing. You want to be a vibey fucking cunt, don't you? You know what I mean? You want to have energy. That's what Ibiza's about, and no amount of leanness is worth coming in with 1% less energy, man. You want to be fully there. I want to be 100% Joey motherfucking D when I land on the White Isle. Anyway, so that's macros. I don't think I'll need to change them throughout the next 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks now. Like I said, I feel like I'll get pretty lean on those. So what I'm doing with those is I'm going to split up my protein into 3 or 4 roughly equal hits that will be 4 to 6 hours apart. Now that's just a rough guideline, but that's what seems to be optimal in terms of muscle protein synthesis. So maybe we'll get into that another time, but point is, I generally think that that's a better approach than loading all my protein into one meal or going long periods without. Now, there's nothing really wrong with that. If you're gonna do legit intermittent fasting, I'd just either probably go with some BCAAs or some like HMB or something that's gonna help retain muscle mass or at least prevent atrophy. So I'll be splitting my protein into about 3 or 4 roughly equal hits, like I said. However, my calories will be loaded a bit towards the back end of the day. Like I said, I'm not going to actually fast or anything, but I just like to push my calories back because I'm in the habit of doing that in the morning. I do a lot of my work, my emails and stuff like that, and my programs and stuff, and I just feel like cognitively I function better before I've consumed a lot of calories, particularly carbs and stuff. It makes my brain a bit fuzzy and shit, and so I prefer to do that. I feel more productive when I do that, and also I don't like that much food in me when I train. So on that note, it's time for protein hit number 2. It's about it's 4 o'clock, and I'm going to show you that because what I'll do is just take you through everything that I'm eating today. I won't do like full day of eating kind of shit or put the calories and shit on. I'll just give you an idea because, like I said, you know, your macros aren't my macros, your calories aren't my calories, and also your preferences aren't my preferences. So, one sec. This is protein hit number 2 of the day, and it's just some roast Cajun chicken, again from Aldi. It's cheap and cheerful, man. Basically, I've been staying away from just raw chicken, to be honest, because I can't be arsed with the ball ache of having to like Dettol my whole kitchen so I don't die of fucking salmonella or whatever the fuck it is you get off chicken. It's just a royal ball ache in it doing raw chicken, so I've been eating a lot of cooked chicken. I just think it's simple and just saves time, man. So I'm going to eat that on its own, and I'm going to do about an hour and a half worth of work, and then I'm going to hit the gym and do a pull workout, so I'll do a little bit of commentary over that or something. You know what, while I'm saying, I'm going to tell you about some plans, so just some brief shit. So this Saturday I'm going to have a bit of a party in here, so we'll have a bit of a gathering. Obviously I'll vlog that. After that I haven't got much planned up until Ibiza, but Rob and Ben, so his videographer, are going to come over maybe a day or 2 before. We're going to spend, like, we'll do like the finale, the Ibiza prep finale in Manchester. I want to take Rob to some like, I just want to take him to some like vintage shops and get some moody fucking outfits, man. Some techno clubber. Anyway, so he'll be staying with me for like maybe a day or 2 before we go to Ibiza, and then we'll fly to Ibiza together. So they're the plans. I'll catch up with you at the gym. Alright, final pre-workout snack. Yes to the watermelon. Couples who get in a lift together. You get it?
So lifting.
Let lift. Lel. Yes to the swans. What are you saying? Oh, geese. Hi people, I got my drone following me to the gym. Just kidding, we recruited a mags. So now we've got a cameraman, camera woman. Shit. I need a gender neutral pronoun for the... We've got a camera person for a pull workout, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna film maybe a set or so of each and then commentate over it. There's not gonna be any deadlifts because we came and did legs yesterday and we did sumos as part of our leg workout, so it's just gonna be a horizontal pull, a vertical pull, a few fly type motions and stuff like that. I'm still nursing a bit of an injury with the left forearm, which means I can't do bicep curls, but I'm gonna try some pull-ups. Alright, I'll see you in the gym. Yo people, welcome to a very fitnessy video from Joey D for a change. Gotta mix it up and do some fitness once in a while, haven't you? So, before I get into this workout, I want to just do a shout out to everyone who's been dead sound recently. I feel like there's been a lot of positive comments on the last couple of videos, and I wanted to check in and just say thanks. That's great, I appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into it. So, I tried some pull-ups and it was just a no-go in terms of my forearm injury, so I opted for high volume pull-downs. Now I've got straps on here as well, which I do use most of the time, but it just takes a bit of the strain off my forearm, particularly with this injury. So I did 3 sets of 12 wide grip, and then I changed the handles to these 2 little handles so I can do narrow grip, and then did another 3 sets of 12 here. So obviously going heavier isn't ideal when I have an injury, so really, I mean, there's an argument for me just staying off it altogether, but I'm sure, as you'll know if you lift, that that's very difficult. So I'm just playing it safe, going a lot lighter and just doing my reps nice and slow. I'm trying to build up some lactic acid and cause some hypertrophy that way. After that, I'm on to my horizontal row, which was T-bar rows. This is pretty much my favourite horizontal row, I think, or at least at the minute. So I do these quite bent over, so it's almost emulating a Pendlay row. And if I have to, I will actually put the weight down at the bottom of the rep. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I did deadlifts yesterday, so I just want to take the strain off my lower back, really. Otherwise, I'm going to suffer and fail before my actual mid-back and rhomboids and traps fail. And obviously, as I'm targeting them, I don't want that to be the case. Next up, I am doing this lat isolation, some kind of pull down. Honestly, I'm not sure what the official name is for these. If somebody knows, tell me in the comments. But they're just a really sick exercise, I think, because they're one of the only ways you can actually isolate your lats without, you know, bringing your biceps into it, which is obviously an issue for me with that injury in my forearm. So I relied pretty heavily on these the last couple of weeks just to get some kind of lat stimulation. And when I was at the point where I couldn't really do any pulls with a significant weight. So now that my forearm is on the mend, I'm starting with some pulls, but still getting these in. I took my top off because I feel like it's a really good demonstration of lat isolation. So next up, physique check. Yes to the mags in the background, doing the pull downs. Yes to the tricep on the mags. Anyway, finally, or at least the penultimate exercise, we're on rear delt fly. So I sometimes do reverse pec deck for these. Is it pec deck? Maybe. But I like dumbbells from time to time. Again, going high reps pretty much the whole of this workout. Obviously, that's just in keeping with the fact that I've got an injury. So obviously, I don't want to go heavy weight, but also it's probably advantageous in terms of calorie burning. I actually did manage some bicep curls, so I think by this time I was really warmed up and my injury wasn't really affecting me. I couldn't do a traditional supinated grip, but I could do hammer grip curls, which just seemed to put less tension on. I couldn't really feel it at all, so I'm going really light again. They're only 12.5 kilogram dumbbells and really high reps and just trying to get some kind of stimulation. So these are the first dumbbell curls I've actually done in about probably a month or so. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, peeps. Thanks for checking in. Hi folks, we did it. We made loads of gains. How many gains have we made, Bags? Loads. Feel the enthusiasm. I got a text from Bullet Powders and also an email. Let me know that I've got a package, so we're gonna go get it now. See what goodies it is. Look how shiny I am. How shiny fucking head, mate. It's heavy. Feels like a lot of shit. It's 2.5 kilograms of chocolate you're weighing in. Oh, I've got almond butter as well, I think. That was a bad idea. Alright, you can stop. I want to put that in. You can stop. I'll get a roid gut, just balance it now. Alright, side note to the video in general. Mate, tell them about the chocolate.
Oh, well.
Tell them about the secret shit, man.
It's very secret, but the brand is Heidi, and there's several varieties. This one is espresso, and as such, it does contain bits of coffee beans in it. It doesn't taste too dark. It's got a nice wafery, coffee-ish taste.
It's like an aftertaste, isn't it? How naughty is it?
Probably like 12 out of 10.
12 out of 10 naughty.
Okay, over and out. Check it out, everyone. It's good. Also, Heidi sponsor us. Saying.
Yo, people, we are on protein hit numéro 3, which is just some egg whites, some red tomatoes, and a fuckload of herbs, aka herbs, aka seasonings and shit. So I'm just gonna take that down, and then I'm gonna maybe open some Supps. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yo, people, talk to me. I'm gonna talk to you about Supps. I'm gonna go through the Supps that I got, and also the Supps that I would say the Supps that I'll be using for this cut, but the same Supps that I have always and will always use, at least in any recent history anyway. So it's not like I'm starting today or anything. So anyway, first up, we got multivits. I don't usually take multivits because I think that if you consume a varied and balanced diet rich in micronutrients, there's not really that much point. They don't really have much of an effect. Once you're past your minimum requirements of all your vitamins and minerals, you don't get that much benefit from ODing on them, basically. So I don't usually take multivits. However, I was speaking to the guy, well, one of the Bulk Powers guys, and he was saying like they've said amazing them and shit. These are ones, there's one for the morning, one for the evening. I just thought, it can't harm, can it? And also I get loads of shit for free, so there you go. I know my diet hasn't been particularly nutrient dense so far today. However, all the veg is coming. That's like last meal shit, that's what I always do. I got a fucking flamingo here. I don't know why there's a flamingo. Bulk Powers didn't send me that, that's just been lying about. Okay, I don't know why, there's been a flamingo in my apartment for like 2, there's no one, look, it's dead though. Someone tell me what's going on. That's almond butter, but it's in bubble wrap and it's fucking staying there till after I eat them. These are egg whites, there's usually 6, but I opened them because I just ate them. That's what you saw me eating. BCAAs, creatine, mixed berry, not tried that flavour yet. I got a big ass chocolate cookie whey. I experimented with a few flavours basically of the whey, and I think chocolate cookie's the best, so I'm going to stick with that for now. Last but not least, coconut oil. That's what I fry shit in. I also put it in my hair. That's my little secret. Just put a bit in, otherwise it look greasy as fuck. But I feel like it gives it a good. Anyway, that's what I put in my hair. That's it for Supps. So apart from these, the only things that I use are beta-alanine and HMB. So HMB and BCAAs I can take or leave. I just do that if I haven't eaten for a long time, or sometimes I just put it in my shaker to take to the gym, so while I'm training. The only absolute essentials that I will take every day are creatine and beta-alanine, and they will be consistent just forever. That's not when I'm cutting, not just when I'm bulking, continuous. With monohydrate, the creatine, you don't really have to cycle. You don't really have to do a loading phase. That's just crazy bullshit. There's never been any actual studies that suggest that a loading phase or a cycle is advantageous. You can just pretty much take creatine consistently forever. So I'm gonna put all this shit away. I'm gonna kick that flamingo, interrogate it, ask you where it came from, and then I'll probably pick up with my last meal of the day in a bit. Ciao. What's happening? Ooh, what's happening, people? So I thought I'd come out on the balcony. I'm just in a chatty mood, man. I thought I'd come out on the balcony and just speak for a bit. So I thought I'd talk about a subject that I think's relevant, man. I think it's maybe not particularly important, but I think it's relevant. So obviously I'm doing this quote for Ibiza, but I don't want to send out the message that you need to be fucking lean to have a sick time and all day. You know, I think a lot of people. All right, let's get down to it. I think a lot of people are under the kind of impression that if you're a young single lad going on holiday with his mates, then the key factor in whether you turn up and clean up in terms of like getting girls and that is just being in good shape, being lean or something. Now,
I've thought that, man. I understand that train of thought, because when I was younger, I've like busted my ass getting leave for a holiday thinking I want to fucking clean up here, and I've gone and I've realised, oh wait, I'm still an awkward cunt. You know what I mean? Go home empty-handed. Conversion rate of 0, man. So if you're in that boat, if you're a guy who's got a lad's holiday booked with his mates, right, I understand that you need something to motivate you, and there's no better motivator than getting birds, man. Right. It's funny actually how much of a motivation like girls can actually be for a lot of things, man. It's just wild. Even money. After people, a lot of people who want to be rich don't actually want to be rich for the material goods. They want it because they think it's going to attract girls. In a kind of slightly depressing way. It actually will. It's, well, not necessarily depressing, but the point is, it's not going to be the determining factor, man. And like, I've lived that, I know that, you know, because I've been on holidays when I've been unsuccessful, and I've been on holidays when I've been very successful, and I was in just as good shape both times, man. And if I could speak to my younger self, and I obviously it's a bit different for me now because I've got a bird and that, but so that won't be my, you know, one of my aims this holiday. But when I was younger, it certainly was. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but you have to just place the right amount of importance on it. And like, it's good as a motivating factor to get you in shape and that, but you should never think that it's going to make or break your holiday. And also, on top of that, if you put too much emphasis on that, it will ruin your holiday, man. Like, it's funny because it's kind of paradoxical, but if you go on holiday and the emphasis is on getting girls, which I know it is, like, I understand that it is for a lot of people, man. Like, some people might say that that's sad or whatever. I don't think it's sad, I think it's legit, mate. I think it's just the normal pursuit of a young fucking testosterone-filled male, man. It's just what we do, innit? And it's fun, everyone's just having a fucking good time, so it doesn't really matter, you know. Don't let people judge your motivations, like. But it's funny that if you go out there with the emphasis on like that, then you actually probably be less successful doing it, you know, because girls are attracted to fun and not neediness, you know. And so if you go out with that kind of neediness vibe, it's just the absolute opposite, and it's gonna bite you in the ass, man. It's gonna lead to you going home with your dick in your hand. Because really, girls are attracted to fun, man, and you want to be, you know, if that's your sole aim for your holiday, then you want to put practice into being the vibiest guy in the room, you know. Travel essential, pack your fucking vibes, mate. You know, spend time now practicing what your openers are and shit, rather than just doing a few extra sets on chest, man. Anyway, I'll pick up with my last meal in a bit. Later. Last meal. See you in a bit.
Delaney is my hero.